Let's see if we get. Let's see if we're up. Bammo. Blammo. Looks good, looks good. Let's see if it's working. Hey crew, it's Bid. And I'm back with some weird stuff. We're going to be doing some graphics. So if y'all want to pop in and chill, you're more than welcome. Let's just dig into it. Looks like it's working over there. And so, bingo, bango, bongo. All right. That needed to come up a little bit higher. Let's get this and go over here. Yeah, that's better. Now, bing, bang, boom, bing, boom, bang, bing. Yeah, I know it's gonna be boring. I don't have any sound or anything going, but such is life. Let's see. It may just be me here all day by myself. It won't be all day either. I really don't have my sizes right. Yeah, well, graphics is not really my thing. Where do we need to go next? Let's look at this. I don't really want to overwrite anymore on this, but I do kind of need. Alright, we'll text in right here. That's what we'll do. I feel weird recording this because nobody's watching it. So it really feels weird being on live with this. And it may not wind up staying up. We'll see. Depends on how chat goes. If people pop in or not. Alright, we got text here. Let's add a guide real quick. Guide. Vertical. Let's say 33. Where's that going to put it? Alright, and then let's go ahead and throw another guide in at, say, 15. That's right. Alright, that'll work. Alright, now let's get some text in here. 40 white. That's not going to show up, is it? Alright, let's try black. Let's take that down a little bit too. We'll go about 35. How about that? And this is going to be alright, we'll change it right here. I don't even know what just happened. Oh, we changed brushes on there. Alright. I am a rookie at this. I am not good. Not good at this at all. Alright, 35. Black. This thing. Give me this thing. Alright, and this is going to say done. Alright, we can move it in a minute. Next up. 35. Black. This is third eye. Nah, not that. No. That's not third eye, this is crown. Next is third eye. Let's go hearts. It's on our Plexus. And base. Alright, let's get these moved. In a way that's going to be it's got to be that because I got to stay. I'm going to try and scale that down. No, I mean I can do it. That's hard. This is solar plexus here. Bring this down a bit. Jump right there. I missed throat completely. Let's go ahead and throw that one in. It's no wonder since that's the one I ignored the most. Let's It's no wonder to me that that's the one I missed. Let's pull these up. And all right, we're good. Pull that out. Save that. Hero. Save the cheerleader. Save the girl. All right, save the world. I can't even quote shit right. Inferior's next, right? I always forget this. There's a reason why I can't notes. Where are my notes? Next up, we got Nemesis. Critic. Trickster. And Demon. Alright. Now let's move these to appropriate. Alright. Gonna make it end right there. All right. So what we'll do is maybe go ahead and do a talk about this, right? There's nobody here, so it's just me talking to the camera. All right, so what we've got here are basically is, all right, so what we've got here is a basic layout of the human chakra, or the chakras overlaid over the human body with the descriptions of the MBTI and of the actual chakras and how they're normally classified. What is a chakra? A chakra is an energy center. It's kind of like a nerve cluster almost. It's about the size of your fist. If you make a fist, that is about the size of the area you're talking about. You have one at the base of your spine, which is signified by the red one right here, which is the base and the demon. You have one right at your groin in your sexual reproductive areas. That's called the sacral or the trickster. It is signified by orange. Solar plexus is next. That is right around the navel. It's your gut. That's where your gut feelings come from. It comes from the solar plexus, also known as the critic. The heart chakra is, guess where? In your heart. It's signified by green, and it is also known as the nemesis because your heart can betray you, right? The throat chakra is signified by blue. It is right here. It's about the size of your fist. Just barely will fit inside your throat. And it's also known as the inferior. It's going to be known as the inferior. It's not really known that way yet. Third eye is signified by indigo, right? And that is right here between the eyes, like right between the eyes. And it goes into the pineal gland. So it's set about this far back. A lot of people like to place it right here, which is way up in the cranium. It is not. It's towards the back. It's right at the top of the spinal cord, right where it terminates. You can almost touch one part of it. If you touch right where your spinal cord, there's a V shape in your skull, and if you touch right there, you can feel it. You can feel the energy change whenever you manipulate that. That is just the outside edge of the chakra. It's the crown or the parents, where not the crown, the third eye or the child, right? That is where you're going to get defensive, is where you see and perceive things that others may not. The crown chakra is right here at the top of your head. You've got a big hole right here, right? It's just about half of it underneath that, half of it on top of that. And that is where you receive your divine instructions from. It is signified by violet. And it's also known as the parent. It is when you receive the divine information, it comes in through the parent, and you're responsible for giving that information back out. And then finally you have the divine, which is about a foot over your head, is one way to look at it. You can also look at it as, if you take this white circle right here and you make this round circle right here. The reason I used it, y'all can't really see my mouse. Okay, well, you have him squaring the circle here, right? His arms are out like this. That's the square, and then when it's up like this, that is the circle. Squaring the circle is a sacred geometry thing. You make the two using the fewest strokes possible, and it's the same area, I think, is how it works. I'm going to have to dig in on that. That's one of the things we're going to work on. But the divine is actually the entirety of the around you, right? Everything, if you put your arms all the way out and all the way up and your legs all the way out, it makes a circle, just like you can see here on the screen. And if you can conceptualize that this white dot right here is not really right here, it is the whole of that circle, right? You're receiving divine information at all times. It's coming from all directions, and you cannot really control it. That's why it's in the hero slot. It's like a superpower. It is something that you do uniquely when it's linked with the MBTI. And by uniquely, I mean you're one of, 16? No, it's not even that much. It's like one of 8. One out of every 8 people receives the same type of information you do. You either get, you're either receiving what everyone thinks or what I think. You're either receiving what the new information is or what the old information is. All of those things come through your divine. That is how you receive the information, and it is like a superpower. But it can be overwhelming if you're out of balance. If you're a SI dominant, for instance, and you cannot get past what has happened in the past, what has already happened and is a thing, that is an out of balance receiving of the information. Like, you're supposed to be able to remember things. You're SI dominant. You should be able to remember things better than an SE user. But if you're out of balance, you're not going to be able to stop remembering those things. It's just going to keep hammering you and hammering you and hammering you. And until you can balance out all of these functions, it's going to continue to do that. This is a different take on how these things go. And this is going to be part of the book. I'm going to put this in the actual instruction manual that I'm putting together, right? But we're going to work on integrating these things. We're going to try and figure out how to make it work and to integrate them piece by piece. We'll be going through all of the types. We'll be going through all of the different chakras and how to balance them. We will be going through prayer and meditation and how to balance that. This is going to serve as an introduction. I'm going to pull this out of the live and use this as an introductory video into where I am going with this next. I understand that it is too woo-woo for some people. I believe in the magic. I believe in the power of God. I believe that the Holy Spirit has endowed us with the power of creation at our birth. We, through Him, can create our reality to a certain extent. Like, other people play into that too. There's a lot of people thinking that they singularly can create everybody's reality, and that's not how it works. Everybody is creating their own reality at the same time. We are all divine expressions of God, and therefore we are all PTSD is what that sounded like. What's up, Truth? What's up, Amanda? How y'all doing today? What sounded like PTSD? That's hit me with that. I want to know. But hopefully this serves as a good introduction into where we're going with this. Like, we're going to try and do a holistic approach to mental health. If your energy centers are not aligned, your mind's not going to be aligned either. There are a lot of people out there that think they're aligned and they're not really. I was one of those people like last week. I'm probably still not fully aligned right, but I'm getting there. And this is helping me to get there, and I'm hoping to use this to help y'all figure out how to do that too. All right. So how's it going, guys? Y'all doing all right this morning? I had some of this work to do, so I just figured I'd pop in and do a live while I was doing it. Gotta move some just around. It is. Okay, I see what you were saying. Some people, like, I suffer from PTSD too, but I don't remember the things as much as the actions. So if you come from behind me and you make a quick motion, then I'm going to swing, and I'm like, everybody in my house knows not to do that. But I'm not continuously remembering all of the things that happened to me, where some people do. And that's where the difference lies. I'm an NI dominant. So I'm all about remembering the ideas about things, whereas an SI dominant is all about remembering the experience of things. And that can get a little bit hard to understand the difference between. And that's something I'm hoping to open up in this, because they literally, as an SI dominant, literally remember the things happening, whereas I just remember that they happened, and I remember I need to react to that. I really don't focus down in remembering the horrible things that happened to me, but I still have, like, I'm still working through some PTSD, like the quick reflexes whenever I perceive danger is a PTSD response, and it's something that I hate and that I am really trying to work on. Yeah, that it's difficult, man. Like, I couldn't imagine. Like, in a way, I'm a little bit blessed because I have aphantasia, right? I cannot close my eyes and visualize anything. I can't picture a blade of grass or a box or anything, even the simplest thing. And so maybe that has a lot to do with why I don't. But, like, some people close their eyes and they see it and relive it, and that is horrifying. Like, I really feel for those. Like, if that's you, I really feel for you, because that is a horrible thing. And like, what's really bad is how many people in our society have PTSD, like, are living with it and not even realize it. Like, they integrate it and they're like, well, I survived that, it'll be all right, and then they pass it on to their kids. That's a bane of our society, that we've got to tough it out just because our grandparents toughed it out. No, we can fix things. Like, it is possible to, right, and that's what I'm hoping to help other people see too. Like, not everybody responds in the same way, and like, some people that relive the experiences don't have the reflexes like I did. And it amazes me how the mind works. And this really does seem like it's going to be all right for laying it out. Like, it's an integration. Like, we're trying to work on all of these things. Like, the base right here and the demon, like, base is your pure survival, right? It is pure, I must live through this moment. And that's what your demon is too. It's just trying to live through this moment. Now, me, I have an SI demon, so it's the exact opposite from an SI hero. I get trapped in the actual experience. I I get trapped in the actual experience of things. That's where my addiction problems come from. Is some people battle with addiction because everybody else is doing it, and so I have to fit in and do it. But for me, it's literally the experience of doing it. It is being in the chemical alteration is where my problem is. It is being in the physical alteration of my mind whenever I'm having sexual contact, for instance. Whereas other people, it works different. But that's my demon. That's my base. is addictions and remembering all the bad things too. But I don't get it in a hero slot. I get it in my demon slot. And then like the sacral and the trickster. For me, that would be... It's crazy. I got a board over here I reference for all the types. Constant angel versus demon. I did... what was it? I did like Angel versus Demon 1, 2, and 3, I think. I know I did a couple of problem. Like, I love Problematic. I love the way that he just puts it out there for people. Like, all of these artists that are just putting it out there. Like, this is my problem. I love that because that's how we work on stuff. I'm gonna get into some more problematic stuff. Like, I'm trying to get away. Yeah, I hate to say it. I'm trying to get away from some of the more patriotic stuff. Like, I'm a patriot. I love my country. But I'm trying to get away from that attracting that energy of negativity that seems to be around that we've got to handle this. Let's grab a gun and go shoot somebody. I'm not with that. I did all 4. Awesome. Yeah, I loved him. Like, I love his stuff. Like, I like his new stuff. Like, the stuff he just put out. I can't wait to see some more from him. And I am going to dig into some more. Like, I'm going to try to do 1 reaction a day. It's just narrowing down the artist. Like, Problematic is there. He's on my daily prayer list. I pray for Adam Calhoun, Ryan Upchurch, Problematic, Nick Natoli, Jelly Roll, and Mad Child by name every day. Because they seem like they need the extra help, right? And a lot of these guys don't. They're in good places. They're talking about the older stuff, but they're not necessarily feeling like they're in the new place or in the bad place. So the ones that seem like they are still in a kind of bad place, I put on my daily prayer list. All a dream. I might have to check that out. And barely hanging on. I'm gonna get another one out tomorrow. Today I did a 7 video. I'll probably do Problematic tomorrow. It's been a good minute since I did one of his. What's up, Chris? Yeah, I'm only gonna be on for a little while. Like, I just wanted to pop in while I'm doing some of this stuff, and I don't have to. Like, I got other stuff I got to do in a little while too, but I just wanted to pop in. Like, I'm gonna try and do this more too. Stay blessed. I love you, brother. But yeah, I'm probably only going to be on for another 20-30 minutes anyway. I can't sit still for more than an hour or so. My back just gets to me. That's something else I'm working on with this. Doing my meditations and trying to align my stuff is helping, like it really is, in a way that you wouldn't expect, right? Helping with my actual physical pain. And that's a blessing. I'm loving it. I am going to try and explain more of these. Maybe not like this. Like, I'm putting together a book, and this is part of research for the book. That's cool. That's cool. I appreciate you popping in. Thank you. I appreciate that. I try to be the example I want to see, right? Like, that's literally what I'm trying to do, is just be an example of positivity and good stuff on the internet. Like, I'm really tired of seeing the bad stuff. Yeah, I'm trying to keep my lives where I don't have to delete them. So, did you see the 7 on the live? I tagged you in it this morning. The one where he was replaying, I can't remember the name of it now, but the one where he was replaying the actual event that happened, like, that was tough, man. Yeah, I'm glad you got to pop in too, Amanda. Like, I'm just trying to be a positive example. That's all. Like, I really am. Like, if we have it out there, then people can actually say, well, here's somebody I can actually look at. Like, we don't have a lot of that. A lot of the people who are saying they're that are still overly aggressive about some things. And I'm trying to kill the aggression in myself. Like, my anger is one of my problems, so I am trying to work on that. All right, where do I need to go next for this? Let me, we're going to pop up a new one. That'll work right there. Blammo. Let's go white. Yeah, I tagged you, and it was the other 7. Not the one I did this morning, but I had covered that in a live a while back. And it did, the lives, like a lot of the stuff just got lost. Like people weren't really finding the reactions in that. That's one of the reasons why I quit doing it. Exactly be the change you want to see. Like I tried to go to school to be a psychologist, but they wouldn't let me. There was a program I qualified for vocational rehab, and I was going to go, but they wouldn't let me go through the program because I smoke weed medicinally. And so I got disqualified from being a psychologist. And that's why I'm here now. Like, I would be in school right now. So God works it how he needs it. But I do try to be the change. Like just yesterday, I told my dad, he went to the pain management clinic down in Hammond. And I walking out, and there's this guy in his car, and he's like, hey. And I'm like, hey, how's it going? You know, and I started talking to him, and I was like, you doing all right? Old fellow, Rosario was his name. And I said, you doing all right? And he's like, oh, I'm doing fine, but my wife's not so good. And I'm like, well, can I pray for you? And like I do that in the shop, and like I've seen people that just look sad. I'm like, hey, can I pray for you for a minute? You got something you need? And like I'm just trying to be that positive push. And I don't say that to try and bring any attention or glory or anything to myself. Like that is just me trying to show that that's how I do it. Like I am trying to be the change I want to see. I want to see more love out there. I love it. Like, well, I'm not so sure some of these therapists are all that stable, to tell you the truth. Like I watch a lot of mental health stuff. I watch a lot of therapists. Like that's how I ran across Jordan Peterson. And there's a lot of them out there that are just a little bit unhinged. There's a lot of them out there that are pushing the wrong thing too. I really like Jordan's message. Like Jordan's really onto something with his take responsibility for your actions type of thing, and to grab a hold of your own life and to hold yourself accountable and clean your own room, and all of that is great stuff. And his divinity series, that lecture on the Bible was great, really great. Yeah. But yeah, we're all a little bit unhinged. And if you're not, I'm not sure you're human. All right, what can I need to bucket fill this white. Pop this over to that. Give me this. Bam, bam. All right. Now, this one is going to be. No. That needs to be blocky. Indeed. And like my problem is that I really pulled away from people. Like it's so bad out there that I really just retreated into my little cave in the back. Like I live on a dead end street on the outskirts of town, and like I just retreated into my little hole here, and I'm working to try and get out of it, because it's not healthy to not interact with people. If anything we learned from the last 2 years, we should have learned that, right? To isolate yourself away from other people is not a good thing, unless there is a really serious problem. Like if you are actively sick, then yeah, keep yourself away from people. But other than that, we're meant to interact with people. We're meant to touch people. We're meant to give hugs and be affectionate and laugh and joke and all of these things. And for me, I'm a judgy person, right? It's one of the things I'm working on. And I care very much about what I think and not so much about what other people think. And I get very defensive over what I think. And like, there's a whole lot of stupid out there. Like, a whole lot of stupid. And I just don't want to fight it. Like, I'm like, God, you just be stupid. I'll just stay over here in my hole. But that's not healthy either. Like, unless you're out there challenging the stupid, nobody gets smarter. So I am trying to do that. They do. Like, people suck. Like, they're mean and like just mean spirited. Just because. Like, so overly competitive. Like, competition's a good thing. Everybody wants to be the best. Everybody should want to be the best. But nobody, like, everybody can't be the best. So you got to be the best in your spot with your lane and all that. And they're overly competitive to the point where they just want to stomp on you so that they can push up. And I think we can all come up at the same time. Like, I'm here to help everybody rise at the same time. And common sense is not common. It is not common at all. That shit's rare, at least, if not epic. What did you do, Jeremy? Alright. This, and this. Right. We're going to go here, and this is going to be hero / crown. This will be my breakdown page. And this is going to be parents. That is wrong. I got notes and I still can't get it right. Oh. My neighbor just decided to cut his grass. I don't know if y'all can hear that or not. Let me see if that's picking up on my... Yeah, it's picking up. Well, we may have to wind up a little bit early then. Because he's over there now. He's about to be right here. So, oh. Maybe his lawnmower broke. That's mean. I shouldn't say that. Hey, he's a good enough fella. He's a little bit broken too. I'm trying to help him, but he's doing better. My hardest part right now is trying to narrow down the stuff that I'm trying to put in here. Oh, like I spent the last few days pretty deep in research on chakras and energies and all the different methods that people are using to cleanse and stuff. And it's like, there's a lot of information out there, but there's a lot of bad information out there too. Oh, some of it's good, like some of it's good. That is truth. Like, in particular, right? My dad is in active addiction now. He doesn't know that because the doctor's giving him this stuff, but he doesn't take it like the doctor tells him to take it. And so he thinks just because he's got the paperwork for it that it's perfectly okay to just take however much you want and all of this. And he wound up in the hospital. Like, I went to Tennessee and brought him down here, and he lived with me for 2 years. And like, It got to the point where I took control of his medicine and would only give it to him at the right times and all that. And he would fight me every single day. Like, every time he was in there 30 minutes early, 45 minutes early. Let me go ahead and get it. I'm going to go to sleep. Let me go get it. I'm going to go do that. And finally, I was like, all right, you got to go. And so he's got his own place down the road now. I still help him with all his stuff. But you want to take all your stuff? I can't make you get clean. God knows I couldn't make you get clean when I was a kid. Why would I expect you to get clean for me now, right? But then he wants to get mad. It's like, my kids don't respect him. And that's what it comes down to. But that's because of his own choices, right? Like, he got Xanaxed out one Christmas, like on Christmas Day, and like ruined Christmas for my kids. Or he got on Xanax, and like I had to bring him to the hospital and have him committed into a psych ward because he's beating down my son's door, and he was 13 at the time, beating down his door, talking about calling him by somebody else's name who used to sell us dope, and talking about, where's my dope at? Where's my dope at? And like, my dad's a big dude. Like, I'm not a small fella, but my dad's bigger than I am. And my son was little at the time. Now he's 6'3" and 240. But at the time, he was a lot smaller, and like, he was scared to death of my dad in my house. I was like, nope, this has got to go. This is an end to that. Like, I am not going to have my children dealing with the same shit I had to deal with. You can bet your ass on that. Like, regardless of what bridge I got to burn, regardless of what else, my kid's going to be all right. And I got good kids. Like, my son turns 18 this year, and my daughter turns 20 this year. And I got good kids. Like, they may not be as diligent as I would like sometimes. They may not do things in the way that I would like sometimes. But they have the right intentions, and they have a solid foundation. And they never, like, other than with my dad, they never had to worry about that type of situation. Like, until a couple of years ago, my kids didn't even know I smoked weed. And I smoked weed their entire life. They didn't know I smoked weed. And it's because it's not a lifestyle, right? It's something that I do for medicinal purposes. So they didn't even know until a couple of years ago. We went to go visit my mom up in Monroe, and we were on the way back, and I was like, look, I'm letting y'all know now. Like, they were old enough. I'm like, I smoke weed. And because my sister does, and there was a lot of talk about her doing it at the time, and I was like, look, I smoke too. Like, it's not the substance, it's how you use it. That's where the problem lies. And I'm loving the fact that this computer has not hiccuped once on this. Like, my last computer, there was all kinds of stutters and stops and like live stream interruption, and that was doing nothing. And like, I've got Mozilla open, or Brave, the Brave browser. I don't use Mozilla anymore. I've got OBS up, I've got GIMP up, and like, not a stutter. So this is wonderful. That is a blessing. Alright, we're gonna give this a few more minutes, and then I'll probably cut out my voice. Like, this is part of my therapy too, is to talk to y'all. Like, and my voice is getting towards the end of my limits there. I can feel it starting to rasp up. Alright. And then this is gonna be, let's take that down a little bit. We'll go, let's see, 20. Blammo. Salty got me saying blammo, and now I say blammo all the time, and it's kind of annoying. Nice talking to you too, Amanda. Thanks for dropping in. I appreciate it. I'm going to try and be on more lives. Just because I do like talking to y'all live. Like, I really do. So, I am going to try to do more of them. That's going to have to come down. Let's take that down to about 10. You have a blessed day. This is not doing what it's supposed to do here. Bruh. About here. Ha! Okay. So now we can take that out. Take that out. And that out. We are going to have to go a little bit higher now. Let's go 15. And since it's going to be just me in here for now, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. Thanks for the ones who did come in and hang out. I hope to see more of y'all. I hope to talk to more of y'all because I do enjoy the conversation. I'm going to be in and out for the next little while. I was just trying to do a live while I was actually going to be sitting down for about an hour. So, thanks for dropping in. I appreciate it. I appreciate every single minute that you are here with me. And I am praying for you every single day. Till next time, this has been Pit Steak.